So I went 3-1 at locals with my Shining Sarcophagus deck, and I just wanted to go over the deck profile really quickly and what I thought about the deck after locals and what maybe I changed, and then really just like if people watching this have any ideas, because I do think this is in a lot of testing, and I just would love any help that people, any ideas people had with it. So I'll start off with the main deck. We're on the 3 trio, 3 Gandora, 2 Magician, 2 Swordsman. These are the monsters I'm on for the Shining Sarcophagus engine. Trio is like your Stratos. Gandora is an incredible card for going second. It just blows up the board and then summons one. It's basically an OTK by itself if you're able to resolve it. 0 is targeting negation and... Sorry, I keep calling them 0. Swordsman is targeting negation and Magician is spell negation. They're both very strong for your turn 1 end board, and you'll summon them off Ties the Bind. One thing I noticed is I'm bricking on these two a lot, drawing them, because they're really bad normal summons, and you never want to normal summon them. However, you kind of need them because for your turn 1 combo, it's normal summon Gadget Trio, add Sarcophagus, activate Ties the Bind, summon each of them. If you want to do that more than once, you kind of need to run at least 2 of one. So I'm thinking maybe cut like 1 Swordsman and just run more generics and see how that goes. I think that's the one update with the monster I'll have. 3 Gandora. I don't know. I love this card, but I think I'm going to need to cut down on it. It's incredible to draw, but it only works if you have an established Sarcophagus, which is really hard. And if you have an established Sarcophagus, you can already add it to your hand. And this bricked up my hand a bit. I might cut this down to 2 or 1. I might try 1, maybe 2, but I would need to see how I'd like it if I cut it that low. So I think with the monsters, I might cut the Swordsman down to 1, and then I'll probably cut the Gandora to 1 or 2, depending on what I like. So that's for the monster part, through Gadget Trio, obviously, not changing that. Next for the spells, I was on 3 Sarcophagus, 3 Ties, 3 Turn Silence, and 3 Future Silence. I can't contend Shining Sarc. This is just the best card in the deck. It's what the whole deck resolves around. It was fine, yep. I would love to draw it more, but it's a 3 of in a deck. That's fine. Ties that Bind is a mess. It's incredible. It's a Ties of the Brethren, but you really only want to use it as part of your turn 1 combo. And it can be really bricky if you don't open the starter, which is Sarcophagus, Trio, or Future Silence. So I think I'm going to want to cut it down to 1 or 2. I want to lean towards 1, and the same reason I would maybe cut down the Gandora to 1, because I want to make it so you have less of a... so you're doing this one big combo, you're setting up your combo, but you aren't doing much after it, and you're supporting the rest of the deck with a lot of hand trap and stuff like that. So I think cutting down the Ties would help with that. Then we go into the silences. This is where it's a bit weird. So both these cards I think are incredible. This is just like a wanted basically, with a less good second effect. And this is a monster negate plus a battle fader, kind of. No, I don't know. It's like a electromagnetic turtle, but like it's incredible. This card is insane. It's a Tenpai. I won my first 2 rounds were against Tenpai, and this card single-handedly won the games against Tenpai. During damage calculation, it just ends the battle phase, and that's incredibly strong if they're not able to establish a meteor burst or the level 12, the big dude, and that's normally really easy to stop with your monster negate on this and with your spell negate and your target negate. But it's bricky, and you need to have a monster and Shining Sarcophagus set up. So I really don't know what to do with this card. I'm really just wondering what people think I should do with this. I love it at 3. It's great to have. You can even use like a cross out. If you go Sarc into Trio and they stop you, you can like Turn Silence and Ash or something. But it feels so bad to draw if you don't draw the rest of the pieces. So I'm considering cutting this down to 2 or 1, but I'll have to test it out. And then we have Future Silence. This card is incredible. I think I'm just going to keep it at 3. It's, at worst, it's just a add to hand on a quick play. It's really strong. I could experiment with it at 2, but I don't think I would ever cut it to 1. I think I'm just going to keep it at 3 for now and see how I like that. that is all of the engine, I'm pretty sure. And now let's just quickly go on to the generics I ran and why I ran them, if I like them. So 3 Ash, 3 Shifter, 3 Extrav, 3 Talents, 3 Droplet, and 3 Imperm. Shifter's insane. I don't like it that much because it contradicts with the Droplet and Turn Silence Battle Negation. But it's just such a good card, and the rest of the deck plays around it fine. So I think I will keep it in. It's actually, it's love and hate because it's really bad with the Turn Silence, but it really helps your Gandora become huge. Gandora is like Grand Maju. I think it actually is the exact same stats as Grand Maju, 300 per banished card. So yeah, Ash is good. I wouldn't really run Droll or Veiler because you like your Shifter. Extrav, I think, is a must run in this deck. Your extra does not matter at all, and drawing 2 cards is incredibly strong. Talents is fine. I wanted some board breakers in the main deck because this deck can go second really well because of the Gandora. It just pops the entire field in OTKs. That's the reason for mainly the Talents and the Droplet. And then just 3 Imperm. I think it can be a board breaker, it can be a hand trap. I think Imperm is just a really strong card. So yeah, that's the main deck. I don't know exactly. I think after the locals, I think some things I would change. I would cut at least one Swordsman. I would cut at least one Gandora. I would cut at least 1, maybe 2 Future Talents, and I think I would cut 2 Ties the Bind. But I will be cutting those, and I'll try them out online a bit, and I can maybe update you with what I think after I test it out a bit more online. Let's just quickly go over the side and the extra. But extra literally doesn't matter. It actually did kind of matter, I will say. Because let me just quickly bring it out. The only real thing that mattered in all the games that I played was just... Oh, I think I want to run an Ausa, because you can actually make an Ausa with the Gadget Trio. Then you can go to like a Celine Access Code. Kind of cool. But I wish I was on some more rank 4s and a couple more Zeus, so I'm just not banning some off Prosperity. I just do not own that. I only own 1 SP, but, you know, it's fine. Nothing incredible in here. It's just mainly extra fodder. And if you're not locked, you can maybe combo off because you have a lot of bodies. Lastly, the side deck. This was just last minute, but 3 Droll, 2 Pink, 3 Cosmic, Duster, Barrier, and Judgment. Droll, I think, is just a good card against Fire King Snake Eye. And it's pretty good against Rika. Pink is just good going second if you want just a fun little going second card. Cosmic Cyclone's incredible. It hits like everything, I swear to God. Hits Rika, it hits Tenpai, it hits Centurion, it hits Snake Eye. Duster is good against back row decks. Barrier is mainly for Tenpai, but I guess it could be used against Voiceless Voice, Pearly, Branded, but it was mainly for Tenpai. And then I didn't realize, before the tournament, I didn't realize how strong the Turn Silence was going to be against Tenpai. And then Judgment was just for going first, so I wanted something to help with the board breakers because, blowouts, because your Silent Magician can normally deal with them, but there are some that Silent Magician cannot deal with. And so I wanted Judgment just in case I need to protect the board, because I think your monster and spell traps are very powerful, and you want to maybe protect from a Harpies or something if they already use your first one. So yeah, that's the deck. I was really proud that I went 3-1 with it.